Hello and welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff here, and today we are going to finish, and I'm committed to finishing set number 910057, the Outlaw Forest Den. This is one of the Bricklink Designer Series 6 sets, and we have gotten bags 1 through 19 done. We've got 10 to go. I say I'm committed because I've opened all the bags, and they're right here. And if I don't get to it, the cats will. So I've got to get them on this set or else it's going to disappear. So we're going to get that done today. Hello, Greg. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. I want to say I am here today showing my age and feeling my age too. Showing my age. Mentally, that's about the age of 12. Physically, that's 50. And boy, am I feeling it today. I'm still fighting that virus that I've had. And I'm having trouble hearing a little bit because I got some fluid in my ears. And of course, my back decided to kick in and say, hey, you haven't felt me for a while. So let me go ahead and let me act up and let's hurt. And let's make sure you know I still exist. So I've got my back hurting. I'm congested in both in my chest and in my ears. But anyway, it's not a big deal. It's part of life. You know, you kind of just get through it. So just letting you know where I'm at. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday. St. Patrick today is on Tuesday, which my family does celebrate. We do have Irish heritage in my family. Well, actually a lot of it. Greg says, I'm good. What about you? One brick at a time. Hello, how you doing? How you been? It's been a while. It's been a couple days. Mrs. Chip, how you doing? She says 12 years old mentally. Yes, that is true. I do not try to make myself older than I am mentally. I stopped maturing at the age of 12, and I'm happy for that too. But anyway, I'm just joking. And Greg, how's your weekend going? And one brick at a time. How's your weekend going, Miss Chip? How you doing? How's your weekend? I've had a really good weekend so far. It has been very, very packed already, and it's not going to get any better. I've got things to do all the way up until I go to bed tonight, which is not bad. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. First and foremost, Bricklink sales have been extremely well this weekend, so no complaints there. And Johnny, hello from Arlington, Texas. All right, Johnny. Here's Johnny. Anyway, just an inside joke between John and I because of Shining. I've known John for, 20 years. See, I'm trying to put this together, but it seems like I'm more or less just taking it apart. Oh, come on. I don't want to break this thing. These things are fragile. Come on. Stay on there. No one asked you. See, you try to get one thing done, and just like real life, other things that don't belong want to get involved. I'm just kidding. No, I've had a good weekend. It's been fun-filled. Lots of Lego sales. A ton. In fact, I got to put those together before I go anywhere today. And I went to my Lego Club meeting yesterday down in Ogden, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from me. And then I have I went to the thrift store. It's called Deseret Industries. Well, one of them is. And I bought 2 new filing cabinets because my filing cabinets that hold my Lego instructions are full. And so they've been so full for so long that I've got 3 stacks that are over a foot tall. So each one of them would almost fill a drawer. And so if I bought a 4-drawer thing, it'd already be almost full. So I bought 2 of them. The good thing is you buy them from the thrift store. You just make sure they work before you buy them. And it costs only $10 for a filing cabinet that brand new is about $130. So I picked up 2 of those yesterday. They're still in the back of my truck. I just need to pull up to the shop, drop them, and put them in position, and I'm ready to go. And then I went to Bricks and Minifigures, picked me up a bag of bulk, and then went over to Bunkster's Bricks and talked to them. It seems like the amusement park commission might be back on. That's what we were talking about yesterday, but I'm not ready to announce that it is back on just yet because there's some kinks we got to work out between me and the owners, and we talked about it, and I think we made some serious headway. So when we actually sign something formal, I will let you all know what that is. And let's see. I'm sorry. I'm got behind the comments. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Awesome. I love when you guys say hi to each other. It's awesome to see the community talk to each other. Okay. I read just comment. Hello from Arlington, Texas. Greg says, hi, Jenny. Hi, Candy. Mrs. Chip says, great weekend. Lots of things done and enjoyed a beautiful day on Saturday. Awesome. And John says he's off to the races. Oh, actually, she says that he's at the races. Awesome, John. Well, just don't be a racist at the races. But I'm just wondering, if you go to races on a normal basis, does that make you a racist? I'm being funny, trying to be funny. Don't take me serious. I honestly don't think racism is cool. But I think we're far too serious about everything in life. So my way of dealing with things is humor. So that's my humor for today. No, I'm just kidding. Mayo says, streamers for life. How you doing? I almost thought that was Greg's comment there, Mayo. Because you and him have a similar white thing, and I can't see that far away because I'm blind. I'm 50 years old. That's what I'm going to blame it on. I could blame it on Mrs. Chip somehow, but I'm just kidding. Again, my silly ass humor coming out. I like saying stuff. Don't mean most of it. Watching the race in front of the AT&T Stadium where Dallas. Oh, that's awesome. That's a big stadium, dude. Where is Arlington in relation to like Fort Hood? I don't even know. Because Fort Hood's the area that Mrs. Chip's in. Hi Mayo, Kinks, LOL. Yeah, well. There is that song from the Kinks. Lola, was it? I like Weird Al's version better, Yoda. Okay, so... Oh, I messed that up. This goes over one brick. Okay, well, let's move it over one brick. One brick at a time, right? Somebody's got that name in here. Yeah, one brick at a time. I made sure I turned on notifications for your channel again because it turned it off for me. And then I was looking at YouTube this morning, and YouTube told me you streamed last night, but didn't tell me beforehand. So, not a requirement, one brick at a time, but you know how to get a hold of me through email. If you want to send me a notification manually, let me know. If I'm available, I'll jump on. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. But I just want to let you know it's not me being a jerk and not wanting to go. And for whatever reason, YouTube is deciding what I want to see and what I don't want to see. And I don't appreciate that. It's between Dallas. Oh, okay. All right. I know the area now. Okay. I knew a guy from, went to church with him. He was originally from Arlington, Texas. He was a weirdo. But I mean, that doesn't make everyone from Arlington a weirdo. It just means he's a weirdo. He had ADHD and refused to take medication. So, and we were roommates for a while. And oh my gosh, you want to talk about stress builder. You try living with someone with ADHD and won't take medication for it. That'll stress you the heck out in about 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with ADHD. I actually have a daughter who has ADHD, and she is able to control it quite well. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying living with someone who will not treat it is not a treat. It is the opposite of a treat. It is hell on wheels. Oh man, this thing's already going slow again. My computer. It might be time to get another computer. Oh yeah, forgot to mention this, guys. I got the boat check job. I might have mentioned that in my Friday stream. I can't remember. Getting the boat check job means I will be on here less because I'm going to be working 2 full-time jobs for a little bit. I need to do that because I've got some debts I want to pay off, and then I also want to replace my 500-gallon rented propane tank out there with a 1,000-gallon that I own, so that I can be warm during the winter, not to pay so much. So I'm going to be working 2 jobs till probably about November, so the rest of the year basically. And I will still stream. I will still put out videos, but obviously at a reduced rate. But I'm not giving up, and I'm going to focus more upon my city than I am anything else. And hello, Panda. How you doing? It's good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well today. And Mayo, some weird, stupid just happened to me with a noob on YouTube who wanted to grab popcorn and laugh at what I had to tell. Really? I don't know. I think, Mayo, I agree with you. That's weird. And I also think it's just rude. If you don't like somebody on YouTube, switch the channel. Literally. There's like how many other channels out there? There's just no reason to be rude to anybody. Just move on. I totally understand that, Mayo. I'm sorry. Sorry someone's trying to troll you. I don't think that's a very nice thing to do. How's Max and Ivory? They're doing pretty good. They're kind of missing Spencer right now. Spencer's gone for the weekend. So me being the only human in the house, I'm getting a lot of attention. I'm not giving the pets a lot of attention. I'm getting a lot of attention from the pets. Enzo's been bothering me because he always wants attention. And then, Ivory's very friendly and loves human interaction. So he's really missing Spencer. And then, what's his name? Ash, not so much. He's kind of a loner. He only comes up to you when he wants to. So I haven't seen a whole lot of him. But when it comes to Max, I've seen a whole lot of Max. Max is our cat that's larger than a cat should be allowed to be. And yeah, he's been all over me this weekend. I let him lay in my bed for about 30 minutes last night before I went to sleep, and then I kicked him out because he doesn't like to hold still, so it's almost impossible to sleep with him in your bed. And then Spencer always wonders why he's tired, and I'm like, I wonder why. Anyway, Panda says he's doing all right. That's good, man. So, Panda, I know you're a lot further north than I am. Is it a lot colder, just a little bit colder? What's the weather like? And the reason I ask is I've got a friend who lives in the Seattle area. And Seattle's much further north than where I'm at. Well, not much further, but it's further north than I am. And I'm really surprised because that's my partner, Jen, that I do the accounting business with. But I'm really surprised because she tells me often what the weather is, and I expect it to be a lot colder because it's further north. And no, Seattle's actually pretty mild. So I'm just wondering if your weather is more mild than one would assume. Okay, so okay. Oh, it's the same size. Okay. Things were getting weird on me here for a minute. Okay. Okay, I did this and this. So there's this. And what? Okay, that's really weird. That's not working out the way you said. Okay, I just found a mistake in the Lego instructions. What a piece of crap. Freaking hate when Lego makes mistakes in their instructions. You misread what I said. Do any of you guys want to go eat popcorn and laugh? Oh, is that? I'm sorry. I must have misread it. Yeah, go ahead. What happened, man? Tell us. I'm always down for a good story. But I do stand behind what I said earlier, though. I do think that trolling people on the internet's kind of dumb. I mean, you're never going to see them in real life. You're not going to change their mind. But anyway, I digress. I'll stop there. So we're building the iron gate to this thing, which is really cool. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to be focusing more upon my city build. I like the new sets that are coming out. I just can't afford to keep up with them. And every time I buy something that's a new set, I take away from what limited funds I have to go towards the city build. So I'm just going to start pretty much almost exclusively doing the city build, which means less videos, but I'm going to have less time. So that kind of, to me, that works out. And I wish I could announce a bunch of things that I'm going to do, but unfortunately, I've learned the hard way. You just don't do that. Not on YouTube, because other channels like to swoop in and steal your idea and then act like it was theirs. So we'll just have to wait for when I'm ready to build it, and then I'll announce it and build it right then and there. And therefore, if I'm copied, it'll be way obvious because, well, I'll have it done before they can react to it. But do trust me when I say I have lots of ideas coming down the pike. I start my boat check job on Wednesday. So we have one more set to build in the Series 6 after this one. And that's the Sequoia one, the National Forest one. I'm not sure how we're going to get that done because with working two jobs, it's going to be really, spare time is going to be a luxury. But we'll get it in there somehow. We'll get it done. And I'm still going to do live streams, just not as many. I've got plenty of city sets sitting over there that need to be built to be put in the city. So those will definitely be done on live streams. And then, of course, I'm going to go back to the internet company and get that mesh thing installed again in the shop so that I can have Wi-Fi throughout the whole entire shop, which means I can live stream out there too. So I'll be doing that as well. Oh, this is cool. Let me turn this around so you can see this. There you go. We got this this thing going on. Let's attach it before I lose the chain, because knowing my luck, it'll slip out of my hands and fall down there, and I'll have a heck of a time getting it out. And it better not happen while I'm trying to put it on. There it goes. It did not happen. How is that supposed to open it? What? It doesn't open it. That's weird. Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Chip. Oh, well, I better silence this. I don't like it going off while I'm doing this. Okay. Well, let's move on and get more of this done. Like I said, we gotta finish it because I opened all the bags, and with all the little kittens around, if I don't finish the bag, they'll finish it for me by scattering it all throughout the house. And that's not an exaggeration. These cats are evil, like all cats are. I want a popping height pizza right now. Okay. Seattle. First I'll say, who knows the channel Ben's Brick? I don't. One of my favorites is actually a different guy. Brickscraft, the guy in Germany. Now, that guy's a master builder if I've ever seen one. That guy's got some cool builds. Anyway, no, I don't know this guy. What about him? Panda says Seattle is a different type of climate altogether, more tropical. It's not as cold. It is not as cold as it is out west, like Wisconsin, Minnesota, sometimes a little warmer. Okay. But it is cold, though. Colder than Seattle. That's what I'm taking, but not as cold as Minnesota, so somewhere in between. Now, Minnesota's cold as a mother something, because I got a friend, Brian, that I've known since childhood that lives there, and my goodness, that is some stuff, dude. Because he calls me sometimes. He's like, "Oh, I had trouble starting my car today. It was -20," and I'm like, "Holy crap, dude! -20. How do you even go outside and start your car at -20? I don't even know." Okay, put this thing down in there too soon. Okay, good. I got it out. Awesome. Just gonna say, it ain't gonna work like that. No, it's like both Wisconsin, Minnesota, but a little warm. Okay. Yeah, do you guys get the freezing rain there? Because when I lived in Ohio, which is quite a bit south of you, I remember living there, and I moved there in 1996, and I remember the first time we had freezing rain. I had never seen that before. Now, if you've never seen freezing rain, that is really interesting. I think most of you probably have seen freezing rain, but that was a phenomenon that I was not familiar with prior to moving to Ohio. Now I've seen it plenty of times. Okay, so now I need to carefully attach this chain. I had to unhook it because I did it too early. So now I got to somehow get my fat fingers in this tiny hole. There you go. Actually, it went a lot better than I thought. We've actually had a really, really mild winter here. I mean, like super mild. And like it was 60-something degrees on Friday. Yesterday was only in the 40s. Today's in the 40s, but let's see. Yeah, right now it's 34, so it's not like super cold right now. Tomorrow's 58, Tuesday 69, and then get this. Wednesday 74, Thursday 77, Friday 78. So we are going to warm up a whole ton out here tomorrow or this week. So it'll be cool. I really like it when it's a little early, but I love when it gets warmer around here. It's awesome. We get everything like that, just not the subarctic temperatures usually. Okay. So what you're saying is it happens once in a while, but it's not your norm, which is cool. Actually, no, it's not cool. Technically, it's warmer. Enough of my dumb pun jokes. I will say my dad, he fell this week, and I tried to help him, but he was kind of like, "Oh, I don't need help." And it's like, and I contact my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, he does." So that's going on too. Love my dad, but he can be ornery. Someone with 24 subscribers and 11 of them most random worst shorts you'll ever see came into the live chat. They were pressuring Ben to do a giveaway and pathetically begging for subs. You know, that's I've seen that before too, and I think that's kind of just how do I say? I don't want to make fun of them, but it is lame. I mean, I guess I would just prefer someone to ask me to do a collaboration with them at their smaller channel rather than coming on my live stream and talking about their channel. Although I don't care too much if people talk about their channel or my stuff either, but I think collaboration's better. But I always try to remember that at one time I was a very small channel. I mean, I remember, oh, I'll tell you this story. I went for a job interview when I was working at the hospital because I didn't want to work there anymore. And I went to a job interview and the guy asked me a kind of an unusual question. He says, "What do you do for fun?" And I said, "Oh, well, I build Lego." And he goes, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Isn't that a child's toy?" And I'm like, "No, not really. A lot of adults do it." And he goes, "Well, give me an example." And I told him, I said, "Well, why don't you pull up my YouTube channel and take a look at it? And you'll see what I'm building." And I was building my city in my other house. I remember he goes, "Well, how many subscribers do you have?" And I said, in the low 30s. He hits the sub button and goes, "Well, now you have 35. And so I remember the very moment that I got 35 subscribers. And it was during a job interview out of all places. I ended up not getting the job, but that's okay. The guy subbed, and it's really funny. He actually still occasionally comments on my videos. So he's still a sub after all this time. I have not scared him away. So anyway, I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Let me fix that. Okay. I love this set, guys. I really wish Lego would bring back the castle stuff. Hey, Ivory. Ivory came running towards me. Yep, there he is. Hi, buddy. Here's my little brat cat. He's not quite full grown yet, but he's getting there. Oh, no, you're not playing with that. He's such a brat. And he's such a lover, though. He is such a good cat, like love-wise. Like, he'll stay with you. He wants pets. He'll talk to you. I don't understand what he's saying, but he'll talk your ear off. That's for sure. Kind of sucks when it comes time to go to bed, though, because, well, I want it to be quiet, and he won't shut up. Oh, man. I'm going to have to open up this file or close this file and open it back up. It's going really slow again. But I am right at the point where I'm at another bag. So this is a good spot to close this up and then reopen it. Let me do that right now. Yeah, I don't do giveaways. Only because I don't know if you've ever read the rules on YouTube. YouTube does allow it, but there are rules you have to follow. And I just don't want to take the time to be compliant with it because, I mean, you can think you're compliant and then YouTube doesn't think you are, and then you're fighting with AI, which doesn't get you anywhere. So I just rather not do giveaways. I've only done one giveaway the whole history of the channel. And it was back before I even knew what the rules are, so I'm pretty sure I didn't follow it. But I didn't know. But oh well. It's been so long, I doubt anybody remembers it. I'm supposed to go to my sister's house today and have St. Patrick's dinner a little early because she works during the week, but I don't think I'm going. I'm pretty exhausted still because of sickness that I'm still fighting. And I just drove 200 miles yesterday, so I'm not really in the mood to drive another 80 miles today because that's what her house is, 80 miles there and back. So I don't think I'm going to go to her house, and it's not me being a jerk. It's just I just don't have it in me. And hello, troublemaker. How's it going? How's your weekend been so far? Mine's been pretty good so far. Got a lot done, and Mrs. Chip will be here in a couple of weeks, so I'm definitely going to be not streaming that much during that time. She's only going to be here about a week, but that'll be like the first or the second week. I can't remember, first or second week in April. So Miss Chip's getting some time off. Yep. I'm looking forward to that visit. Yeah, we've got a lot of things planned. My partner at the business, she's going to be on a cruise, so there's going to be a lot less meetings. I still have to be there because someone has to man the business, but the demands are not going to be that great because I don't do taxes. I just do bookkeeping, and so if I plan ahead, I can get a lot of that bookkeeping done. And I only have to keep clients' books about once a month. If you do it right and you stay on top of it, you only have to do a little maintenance once a month. So I could do that maintenance the week before and be almost free and clear while she's here. I'm sorry. I am definitely feeling the effects right now of just being sick. As Miss Chip says, I'm a sick man. No, I'm just kidding. She actually does not tell me that, but I'll say that she does just for fun. Race almost over. All right, John. So is this like a NASCAR? Is this a Indy 500? What race is this? Because I'm sorry, I don't follow races, and I used to follow races, but I don't follow them anymore. Oh, have you guys seen that book that was recently came out? It's called All About the Details Room by Room. And you guys might have seen it all over Facebook. I ordered it, and my copy came in. And I am really happy with the book. It's this book right here. And it is... it's got some really cool like builds in here. Like they've got different refrigerators you can build, complete with some have ice makers on them. And then they have this one, I'm dying to build it. It's a China, this one right here, the China cabinet, and it has dishes in it too. They've got bunk beds, couches, heaters, lamps, tables, lawnmowers. Man, you name it, they've got it in this book. Grandfather clocks, record players, and they show you how to build all of them. So, anyway, my copy came in. They said in 6 different comments, quotes, I subscribed. What are you writing on the live stream? I thought you were a good person. I subscribed. Very bad. What? Okay. Those are kind of odd comments. Is that the Seinfeld equivalent? You're a very, very, very bad man. By the way, the guy who did that line on Seinfeld, he was a guy from India. And I want to say Indian, but a lot of people think of American Indian, so I wanted to distinguish that. He said he hated that he did that line because he lived in New York City and people used to come up to him and do the same thing with his finger and say, "You are a very, very bad man." And he said it got old. So anyway, it's just a useless trivia about nothing, literally. You broke my heart. I'm going to quit YouTube. You're so bad. I was seeing the live stream. Sorry, Spread. Wow. I think someone's just being a little dramatic when they said that there. That's really off the charts. I've only ever banned one person from my channel, ever. Only one. And it was a person that was, I'm not going to give names or anything, but Miss Chip knows all about it. It was a woman who, for whatever reason, liked me a lot more than I liked her. And I told her to buzz off. I wasn't interested because I'm married, and she still kept bothering me. And eventually I just had to pull the plug on the whole thing and just block her on everything possible. And I did. So, and that's the only person I've ever banned from my channel. And it was getting into stalker territory almost. So that's the only reason I did that. It's not because, I mean, if you got a difference of opinion, I can handle that all day long. But you want to make me feel unsafe? We're done. Going shopping, see, all right. Well, it's good to see you, even if it was just for a minute there, buddy. And you're always welcome, as you know. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Like I said, I have an invitation to go to my sister's. I'm just not sure I'm going to. Pretty sure I'm not going to. And I was just over there last night messing around with her grandkids, which would be my great nieces and nephews. They were wrestling in the house. And, you know, being the good uncle that I am, I did not encourage them to wrestle even more by telling them that I was on the wrestling team 7th and 8th grade. And I did not show them any moves to perpetuate the violence that was going on in that house. I did not do any of those things, I promise. I lie. I did it all. And it wasn't true violence. They weren't hurting each other. They were just horse playing, and I was showing so the kids are 2 years apart from each other, 2 boys. And the older boy kept getting his butt kicked, and he couldn't figure out why. And I had to tell him, I said, it's because you're almost a whole head taller than the other guy. And if you look at it, you're standing straight up, and he's going below your center of mass of gravity, and he's getting you. And I had to show him a couple moves to undo that. And once I stepped in and showed him how to handle that, it was on like Donkey Kong in there, man. They were. And my sister got mad at me, and she's like, "You're not supposed to encourage them." It's like, well, what am I supposed to do? So, yeah, there goes Ivory in his mouth. Yeah, I was messing around with him. Imagine that, Chip causing trouble. When would Chip ever do that? The answer is all day long, every day. Well, unhinged moments. Apparently, they're a 10-year-old. They deleted all their shorts and their 2 community posts afterwards because they thought I roasted them or something. Truly, yeah, you got to be careful with them younger kids, especially that young. I don't like interacting with them at all, only because no matter what you say or do, it can be twisted. And so I'm just like totally hands off when it comes to anybody who's, you know, let's think about 15 or 16 is different. You can talk to them more and treat them more like an adult, and most of them are mature enough. But at that age of 10, dude, that's pretty dicey. That's really dicey, actually. I recommend just, if you actually know they're that age, I would block them from your channel, to be honest, if they're being that dramatic. Save yourself the headache, man. Because the problem in this world is you don't have to do anything wrong. It just has to appear you did something wrong, and it'll count the same as if you're doing something wrong. So my advice is block it for anything more gets said. And I hate to give you that advice, but that is my honest to goodness advice. I mean, you know, if you're into showing your nieces and nephews how to wrestle properly and how to throw each other through windows. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't go through windows. But if you're into that kind of thing, well, I encourage that. I really did have a lot of fun with them yesterday. One's 13, the other one's, I guess he is 3 years younger because he's 10. The 10-year-old was kicking the 13-year-old's butt until I stepped in and showed him a few moves. Like I said, I'm not supposed to encourage that behavior, but that's all I got. Sorry. I'll encourage it all day long. Oh, dang it, I lost a piece. Okay, there we go. This castle's really turning out. I mean, it's a slow build because there's a lot of small pieces, but I am totally digging it, man. Okay, we're on bag 23. I've got a lot of extra pieces in this bag. They're all small, so. I'm pretty sure it's too legit to quit. Did I just borrow from MC Hammer? Yes, I did. Hey, Ivory. You come back for round 2? I'm going to show your brother some wrestling moves. Actually, you don't have to teach them any wrestling moves. Those two brothers, oh my gosh, all day long. Oh, unless they're sleeping. They're throwing each other around, biting each other in the neck. God, man, I swear one of these days one of them's actually going to hurt the other one. They're vicious. Let me see. We got them in October, and they were 2 months old. March, yeah, they're 8 months. Yeah, they are cute cats. And, you know, I wasn't so sure about getting them when we first got them. I wasn't sure I wanted more cats in the house, but now that they've been here a few months, I really, it's almost like you can't remember. I can't remember a time when they weren't here. You two, I heard that crash. I don't know what the heck they're doing. I can't get up and look either. The cool thing is I don't remember what this thing looks like when it's done. So it's going to be a surprise to me just as much as it is to you. Oh, yeah, they've got the zoomies all right. That's for dang sure. They got the zoomies and they're wrestling each other in between. So it's made for a very interesting morning around here, those two. I don't think, Miss Chip, I don't think you've met them in person. You've only seen them on video. Because the last time you were here, no, you saw them in person. Because you were here around Christmas time. Yeah, you've seen them. Yeah, you've met them. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, she's met them. I mean, granted, they were a lot younger then. I haven't responded to them yet, and I'm trying to figure out how I do it, or if I don't even bother. It could take the high ground. and moves teaching with comedy. Kids are doomed. I mean, obviously you're going to do whatever you want, Mayo. I would only caution you. I would take the higher road in this case because they are so young. I know it's kind of I know it's tempting because, with my nieces and nephews, I would have said something to them if it was one of them because I can, but because you don't really know this person, you don't know how they're going to react. You don't know how the parents would react if they saw what you said. Regardless of what you say, you don't know what the reaction is going to be. I think in this case, I would just take the higher road and pretend like it never happened. And if you feel that it's to the point you block them, you block them. You don't want to ruin, you don't want to give yourself basically a black eye after all the years you've been doing all this. So I think I would just take the higher road in this case. But, I'm not trying to lecture you. You do whatever you feel is the right thing to do. Yeah, they were a lot younger because you were here Christmas, so they would have been about 4 months old when you came to visit last. Has it really been 4 months since you've been here? It really almost has been, hasn't it? God dang. Time flies even when you're not having fun. I'm just kidding. I am having fun. I don't mean that. Now I'm being dramatic. So if you want to block me for being dramatic, please do. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we're supposed to do 2 of these. I don't really know what this is. Maybe holding on the roof or something? I don't really know. We're going to find out together. Use the table there to cinch that up. All right. So we got our 2. And I always have to push the underside of it so I push down too hard, this whole thing's going to break apart and collapse on me. That'd be embarrassing. All right, here we go. Well, hello, Ivory, for the 3rd time. That guy is so freaking amped up right now. I wish you guys could see it. Maybe I should get a second camera and do the kitten cam, or do a second camera and have Enzo on there. Have the dog cam. We can call it a day in the life of the SOB. I don't know. I'm getting some side eye from the dog after saying that. I really do wonder how much he understands. No. Well, if you're going to come here, you're going to make an appearance, dude. Hi. This is Ivory again. He came to say, hi. Hi, everybody. Say, I'm a brat and I know it, and I'm entitled and I know it. Yeah, look at that. You're on the World Wide Web right now. Look at all the attention you're getting, Ivory. More attention than you can handle, probably. All right. All right. Thanks for your input. I'll talk to other people and see if they say the same. Not sure if you ever had those types of spammy comments from kids using their mom's account. Yeah, no, I have actually. I had one kid that I kind of got upset about. I'll tell you about this story. And it was a good thing. In the end, it ended up being okay. But there was, in the very early ages of my channel, back when I barely started to stream, I had this kid, well, I didn't know was a kid, come on my stream. He didn't sound like a kid, he didn't type like a kid, he acted very mature, and he told me that he had a YouTube channel. Well, I I didn't check out his channel because I was in the middle of streaming. And so, and he told me, he's like, oh, I live close by to you. And because I had mentioned where I lived at the time. And so I was like, hey, well, if you live close by, then we should collaborate together in person. And then he goes, well, I don't know why you say that. I'm only 13. And I'm like, well, like I knew, not like you opened with, hey, I'm 13 years old. And his parents, though, they were really cool about it. And they actually reached out to me and said they were willing to do it once COVID passed. But I never kept in touch with them. The kid just kind of went a little bonkers on me when I suggested we collaborate. But it wasn't like I didn't even say anything wrong to the kid. He got on my channel, typed like he was more mature than a 13-year-old. And so I thought he was over 13. I wasn't even thinking underage kid. And when I say collaborate, I meant Lego builds. So that was a little awkward, but like I said, it ended up being just fine because the parents reached out to me through my email, and then I talked to them over the phone, and the parents were totally cool with me collaborating with the kid. They actually liked the idea. The dad actually said, well, if you guys are going to do some stuff together, like videos and stuff, you're going to need a cameraman. He offered to be the cameraman, but it just never materialized. So, but you just have to really, and that's why I say that, you just got to be really careful when you're dealing with kids, because you just don't know how people are going to react. And the last thing you want to do is throw away years of stuff. So, but yeah, that was my kind of experience with a young kid. I had one kid who, again, didn't act like a kid, and I didn't know he was underage, and I was on here and making jokes, and he's like, I'm only like 12. And I'm like, oh, well, now I do. So I'll keep my jokes a little cleaner. And so for the rest of that stream, I did keep things cleaner. So I've never really had a 12-year-old or young kid troll me or anything. But I've had them on my streams before, like in the audience. But yeah, you're doing well, Mayo. You've been going at it strong for what, 12 years now? Okay, I make sure I do this right. Yeah, building this is very tedious. There's so many little things about this build. But I absolutely love how it looks like it's carved out of the mountainside here. That's pretty cool. Oh, so this goes this way. Okay. Yeah, I tried talking to my granddaughter yesterday because I missed her, and her dad never got back to me, let me know if it was okay to call or not. So that's the first time that's ever happened. He's usually very responsive. So I'm going to try again today because I really do want to talk to my granddaughter. I think Miss Chip said she's going to go see her next weekend. So I'll be able to talk to her then, but I would like to talk to her before that. Just see how she's doing and stuff. Oh, man, he's 13 years. Okay. Wow. Time flies, and we're always learning when the algorithm changes. Your story is why people under 13 are allowed on social media. Yeah, you're right. They really shouldn't. They're not supposed to be. So, yeah, I agree with you. Parents should manage the kids better. especially what they're consuming online at that age. I mean, the last thing you want is for kids to watch certain things that, they shouldn't. Because there's plenty of that on the internet, and you don't want to encourage a kid to, well, it's not that you're encouraging them. You don't want to leave them to their own devices, because they'll find that stuff, is what I mean. I know that. Yeah, that's bad. Hey, Ivory again. You're just insistent on being here, aren't you? You just want the attention because no one else is here. It's just me. Super Doom King. All right, how you doing? All right, so I'm going to set this build aside for a second because we're building the tower that goes right here, and it's a total standalone. It just kind of sits on here. So this is actually going to be in the way. So let me slide some pieces over, and then I'll slide this over and out of the way. Oh, he's already gone. No, he's not. He's right there. Sorry, I got the cat circling around. He's on the prowl. But my good friend Yeti should be streaming tomorrow. And a lot of times Panda's on there. I'm usually on there. I don't start my new job until Wednesday, so I can be there, and I do plan on being there. It's the Cajun Yeti with no spaces. That's his channel. So if you want to check it out, it'll be tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central. Like I said, I will be there cracking wise jokes, just being a general wise guy, because that's who I am. And we will. I don't know what he's building. I haven't really talked to him this weekend. Yeah, I usually do actually, but I've been pretty busy this weekend. Like I said, 200 miles I drove yesterday. So, and after you've driven 200 miles, you don't feel like doing crap. Let me tell you. This part's going a lot faster than the rest of the build, and that's because it's all concentrated on one little spot instead of being all over the place. But I do like this build. Like I said, I really wish Lego would do more of these. I wish they do them more often. I like these sets way more than I like the stuff Lego puts out. And I don't want to get in a huge discussion about this, but the quality of Lego has suffered recently as of the last couple of years. Prices have gone up. Yes, there is inflation, but I feel like prices have outdone inflation. That's a whole other story, but that's my feeling. That's my opinion. And I approve this message, by the way. So I prefer these fan design sets a lot more than I prefer anything else. I might just take a nap after this. My goodness, this sickness is it's pulling a lot out of me right now. All right, Mayo, it's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out for a while. I appreciate it, man. Get the rest you need. Get your beauty sleep. Of course, I would tell anybody that. That's not an insult towards you. I need my beauty sleep. Of course, I'm way behind on my beauty sleep. Some might argue. Oh, with warmer weather comes the first fly in the house. Nice. I like the look so far. It's very, I don't know how to put this. I like the fact that it's not all smooth. It's got the bricks broken out. Hello again, Ivory, number 4. I'm going to quit counting. It's getting old. Of course, now he has to play with the plastic bags that I threw on the floor when I emptied out all these pieces. So I don't know if you can hear it or not, but he's crinkling the bags right now, and he probably won't stop for a while. He loves them plastic bags. Thank you, Mrs. Chip. I love this build. It's not my design, as I said. It's Legos, but it's still a really good design, and I like it a lot. Oh, shoot, I put the wrong color. Supposed to put reddish brown, not dark brown. Yeah, I went to, what do you call that? Bricks and minifigures. And I got me a small bulk bag. And most of the pieces are meant for Mills plating, but not all of it. What's your favorite way to make spare ribs? You know, I don't know, because I've never made spare ribs. My dad does that. He barbecues them. Of course, he marinates them first, but so I would say marinating and barbecuing was probably my favorite. I'd have to ask my dad what he puts in the marinara sauce, because I don't know. I'm just a city boy trying to fake it as a country boy. That's all I am, and I will admit that proudly. It's Mrs. Chip's fault that I live out here. She's a country girl, and she got me out here. No, it's actually not her fault. It was my idea to move out here. I don't regret moving out here at all. Oh, I love it out here. Yep, he's right there next to the bags. He's decided to sit down, though. We'll see how long that lasts. I give it 30 seconds. That cat is so full of energy. Oh, shoot, it goes over here. Well, as I showed earlier in the stream, if you guys are looking for a really good book on Lego builds, like interior of houses and buildings, I do recommend this book. It's called All About the Details, Room by Room. It does have, like right here, bunk beds and stuff. It does have, oh, I just passed one of my favorites. They've got like a drill press here in the corner you can build. And I think the next page is the tool thing, the tool cabinet. Oh, here it is, a couple pages over. So you can build a cabinet and then one of those wheelie trash cans. Anyway, it's a really good book. I've been kind of going through it, salivating. Oh, I missed a few pieces. Okay. Well, I will set these aside because I know these are not extras. Super Doom King. I think about buying white pants so I can walk like a movie star during the summer. That sounds like an excellent idea. And dang it, I already got to close this thing because it's not. This thing is just too, this file's too big. And it's like, all right, not complaining. Let me just close it up. Okay. Especially if I wear a tiger print dress shirt. Well, just grow out your sideburns while you're at it. I think you got a match made in heaven. I've already got a beard, so I'm solid. Awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I would like to grow out my beard longer than I normally do, but I have sleep apnea, so I sleep with a CPAP machine, and if you let your beard grow too full and too long, it leaks the mask, and so it doesn't work. So I can only let my beard get so long before I got to trim it. Hey, leave my feet alone. Oh, rascal. I like the way he looks at me like, what did I do? It's like, you know exactly what you did, you little twerp. I'm talking about Ivory the cat. He's at my feet playing with them. He's not biting them yet. But if he does, you're going to hear me scream like a little girl. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I could say a lot about a beard, but I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube, so I'm not going to say my joke that I had. Now the pill's walking away. He's going downstairs. He'll be back. Trust me. Well, I need to pull the truck up against the shop and pull out my 2 filing cabinets that I bought yesterday. I would spend time out there putting the instructions in the cabinets, but the problem is I'm still not feeling well. I'm still kind of fighting the sickness, and I don't want to be out, and it's only supposed to be 40 degrees out there, and I don't want to be out there in that when I'm not feeling well. But a nap sounds like a great idea. I think I'd love to take a nap this afternoon. All right, there it is. No, it's not there. There it is. Wow, this is this tower is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I like making fun of everybody, not just political figures, but in that case, that was the way President Donald Trump says, he doesn't say huge, he says huge. So I like making fun of anybody. I don't care. I mean, I make fun of the other side of the aisle too. So I'm not being political necessarily. I'm just making fun. Okay, let's see. Where do I put all my sets? I've got a bunch of shelves down in the basement, and majority of them go on the shelf. Some of them I do put away. Right now, most of my sets are put away in They're disassembled, factory reset, and they're in gallon size bags out in the shop. And that's because I thought I was moving. I thought I was moving because I thought I was losing my house. Oh, there's Ivory again. And so I disassembled everything because I thought I was losing the house, and I thought I was going to have to put it in storage for a while. I started my own business with my friend. That is a blessing from God. I'm not going to take credit for that, but I'm not going to preach at you because I understand not everyone believes in a God. So I'll leave it there. It was a blessing. And, once I started this business, I have enough money to keep the house. And then now I got that state job. And I start this week, so I'll have 2 full-time jobs here for a while until November. And then after that, I will only have 1 job because I'm not going to do 2. I'm going to keep the business, not the boat check probably. Because, I don't think I can continue to do 2 jobs forever. Anyway, my point is I'm not losing the house anymore. I've got enough money to keep it. And so, unfortunately, what's done is done. My sets are taken apart, and I don't have time to put them back together. But I'll tell you what that does. That gives me plenty of material for live streams because everything's disassembled and will have to be reassembled, especially the stuff I'll be putting in the city. So I will need to plan my live streams carefully and include the sets that I want in the city. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think in the end, it can be turned into a huge positive. I guess I could have gone the Clark Griswold route when you asked, where do I put my sets? And it's like, bend over and I'll show you. You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that. I wasn't talking to you. Anyway, you guys know the reference. If you don't, sorry. I probably just polluted your ears. I've got close to 2,000 Lego sets total. Been collecting my whole entire, since I was 4 years old, which is pretty much my whole entire life. And seeing as I just turned 50, that's a whole lot of collecting. Oh, shoot. There you go. I'm really hoping I can figure out a solution to my problem. I live on a dirt road. I live out in the country, and there's farms close by to me, and they kick up a lot of dust. And so even inside the house, it's really dusty. You have to dust at least once a week, and it is heavy because of all the activity out here. I need to figure out a solution to that. Because having the Lego sets out when there's that much dust. Hey, no. Sorry, he was biting my cord. The one that goes from a camera to my laptop. I am not allowing it. I don't mind him playing around, but that's no. That's a no. Sorry, I got interrupted there. I need to figure out a solution to my problem with dust, and it's mostly dirt dust, not human dead skin cells normal dust. It's really thick dust because it's dirt being kicked up, and I need to figure that out because it is a nuisance around here, and it gets all in your Lego stuff, and it's not really fun. I thought about going the glass case route, but that's going to be very expensive. And my luck is this. Every time I start a system, like a storage system, because it's so expensive with the amount of Lego sets that I have, by the time I get like halfway through it, the manufacturer will quit making it, or they'll change the thing and it's not the same size as the old one. And then I've got like different storage systems and different sizes of cabinets and all that. So I'm kind of hesitant to do the glass cabinets, because what if I get through that? Have I tried saying no? That is a very simple solution. If only it worked, I would go for it. But I'm afraid it don't work like that. I've seen those dust zapper things, but I don't think they work. I don't know. I guess I gotta do some investigating and look at some reviews online of the products and see what other people are saying about it. There are some things. There is this thing you can do with the rolling doors out in the shop that kind of provide a barrier on the sides of the door. That would help. But the main thing is, during the summer, I kind of have to have the doors and the windows open because it gets too hot in there. And of course, the dust just comes right in. And the shop is not heated, or it's not climate controlled at all. So that's one of the problems I'm facing too. So if I had it climate controlled, I would be able to do more to it, keep the dust out. So, but you know, I will be working 2 jobs, and I'll be paying off debt. I'll be buying a new propane tank that's 1,000 gallons instead of a measly 500. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I don't have the money right now, but I can see there being a date within a year or year and a half, or maybe dust deportation. I like your thinking there, Panda. That just might work. Oh boy, I like your guys' answers. I put something out there and I end up with 6 different punchlines. It's awesome. But I can see within like a year and a half being able to afford redoing or adding heating, air conditioning to the shop out there. And another thing I want to do is solar panels, so that my bills don't go up a whole lot by having heat out there. Because I've toyed with the idea of doing solar panels and doing an electric furnace instead of propane out there, because propane is very expensive in the winter. It goes up. And so if I had solar panels and I had an electric furnace for just the shop, I could actually have it pay for itself. So that's kind of a consideration that I've had. That's really putting the cart before the horse, because that is very far in the future, a year and a half. And I just don't know where exactly prices are going to be. I don't know where my wallet's going to be. You know, there's so much that's in the air, up in the air. I don't want to sit there and commit to anything yet. But those are some of the ideas that I have, and some of the things that I've kicked around doing. I've also kicked around just getting a second propane tank and sticking it right next to the shop and just doing propane heat and having it separate from the house. But again, I haven't made up my mind on what I'm doing. And Panda says you could put an air handling unit in the garage that filters the air coming in the garage and keeps a positive pressure on the inside. Well, that's true. Yeah, I could. My garage is certainly big enough. And actually, I don't even park 2 cars in there. I only park 1. And so there's plenty of room. And I don't see that changing. I don't see myself all of a sudden parking a second vehicle in there. So plenty of room for that kind of stuff. And my brother-in-law, Steve, he actually used to own a heating and air conditioning business before he had his accident. and lost the use of his arm. However, Steve still retains the knowledge of how to do things. And he's told me that if I decide to, whatever I decide to do, he's willing to help me out by coming over. He can't do the work because he lost his arm, but he can indeed direct me on what to do. And I have helped him with his air conditioning project out there at his house. So that's always an option too, that makes it a lot cheaper when I can do the labor myself and just have an expert come over and direct me on how to do it and what to do. So, yeah. All right, Candy, thank you. Oh, just the air intake. Okay, true. Yeah, and then like you said, it's not taking it from outside. It's taking it from, yeah. Well, it's good to have you on here. I appreciate that. I've almost got the insulation done. That's another thing I need to do before I put any sort of climate controlled in there. I need to finish the insulation, but I only need to do one more wall, and then I need to do the ceiling. I've got part of the ceiling done, but I need to get the rest of the ceiling done. And one of my clients that I currently have and doing bookkeeping, they rent scissor lifts. And so I've already talked to him. He says he's willing to give me a really decent discount when it comes time for me to rent one of those to do the insulation and the ceiling. So I have been thinking about it, and I have been kind of making, half-ass plans because I'm not ready to do it yet. But I'm working on it. Definitely working on it. All right. Now we just got to put the little tiles on top of here. And the good news is we've only got 2 bags after this one. Ouch, that felt good. Where'd it go? There it is. Then again, I might go see my sister after all today because she's got Gertie, and I would love to see Gertie again today. I saw her yesterday, and I gave her a pig ear because Gertie's a dog. If you guys didn't know that. She's the Great Pyrenees that I sometimes have over at my house. But yeah, 2 more bags, guys, and we are officially done with this build. Oh, my lower back is killing me. I bent over yesterday to pet Max on the couch, and my back popped. And it's felt nice and good ever since, and I'm being totally sarcastic. It's hurt like you know what. I just need to quit. I just need to use my knees instead of bending over to pick up stuff, even lighter stuff, because this is the second time I've thrown out my back just from doing normal, well, I consider normal activities. First time I threw out my back, I just bent over to pick up my shoes off the ground, and my back popped, and oh my gosh, I thought I was going to die. I hurt so bad for several days. And yesterday, like I said, Max was laying on the couch. He asked for attention. I know Spencer's gone, so I wanted to give him attention. So I just bent over slightly so I could pet him, and pop. And just ever since, my back's been on fire. And I can't have my back going out on me because I need to be able to do this boat check job, which involves me getting in and out of boats, checking stuff for mussels and other invasive species. And I just can't have that being a problem. because then I can't do that job. And if I can't do that job, I can't pay off debt. If I can't pay off debt, you know, I got problems. So Super Doom King, I love your comments, dude. You're funny. Do you ever think Lego thieves are kind of stupid since they can just walk around the building and get in from the open side? I've never thought about that, but you know, you do bring up a solid point right there. Solid point. I mean, holy crap. Yeah. Why break a window? Why break through the door? Just walk around the back and walk right in. Take whatever you want. You got a nice wide opening to get right back out. Sorry to hear your back still hurts. You just been over to Pet Max. Yeah, that's all I did. I'd really like my doctor to prescribe physical therapy and go see a physical therapist and be like, hey, look, man, my back keeps going out. Like, what can I do to strengthen my back so that I don't have this problem? Because at this point, I don't care. Like, if he's like, you need to do, you know, 10, 15 minutes exercises every day for the rest of your life, I would not complain. I'd just be like, hey, thank you, man. And I'd do it because I don't want to feel like this. And I don't feel this is part of the aging process. I think I'm just getting screwed over. That's my own body screwing me over, but getting old's not any fun. It's a trap, dude. My dad used to always tell me, don't get old, it's a trap. Well, I used to think that was funny. Now I'm really believing it. Ouch, that hurts the knuckles. It feels good. That's why I say ouch. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we are almost done with this, and then we just got a little bit of foliage. And this, dude, that hurts every single time I do that. Every time it snaps like that. Maybe not stupid, just opportunistic. There's so much corruption in Lego City. Look at all the police and baddie sets. You're right. They've got a lot of police. They really do. Okay, so we got the back side of the tower in. This is probably not going to fit on the full entire screen, so I'll try to get as much as I can on there. Okay, so this goes like this. There we go. Okay, so we do have the tower right here on this, and I will turn it around. Turn it around here. Okay, let's get the last bag done. And this thing's just going really slow again, so I'm going to close it and reopen it. I don't want the last bag to go really slow. So let me cancel that out. Yeah, this is a great set, man. I'm really in love with these Lego fan submitted ideas sort of thing. They're super expensive, I think, but oh well. Sometimes you got to pay for the quality you want, you know? Not everything comes for free. And in fact, my dad has this really interesting saying that he's told me many times in my life. He said to me that in life, a lot of people will want what you have, except for the work that it took to get what you got. So anyway, good old dad wisdom right there. Okay. Well, let's just get this thing done and we can call it a day, and I'm going to relax for a little bit. I think I am going to take that nap I was talking about. And then if I get up in time to go to my sister's house, I'll go. But if I don't, well, I guess I don't go. I know Enzo would be happier if I didn't go. I left him home all day yesterday. In fact, I was gone for so long, and Spencer's not here, that I had to ask, or I didn't have to, but I did ask my neighbor next door if she would come over and let him out once, and she did. And that's kind of the difference. I was telling Miss Chip this earlier today. I really like living out here in the country because, like, I can leave if I choose to, like I did yesterday. Just leave my door unlocked. My neighbor can come over, and no one ever comes back here. Yes, I just admitted to leaving my doors unlocked. I don't do that very often, but the fact that I can is really kind of weird. I'm not used to that because I used to live in the city, and you don't even drive down the street without your doors being locked, you know? And out here, it's like, whatever, maybe. And she did lock it when she left, but it's just super cool that I don't have to, like, worry about things like I used to. I don't know if you guys just heard that. I don't want to say his name because I'm not trying to wake him, but the dog just barked, and he's sleeping. And he is running. He is asleep, but his feet are moving like he's running. So he's having some sort of dream, and I don't know what he's chasing in his dream, but it's so cool. I love seeing my dog dream. I think it's fascinating. I've always wondered what they dream about, and I wish I could talk to them like a human and just be like, hey, how's your day? Oh, what'd you do today? You know, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about world peace? No, I'm just kidding. No. Anyway. Yeah, it is really cute. I love seeing that dog dream. I just realized something. Next month, I will have Enzo for exactly half of his life. Which I really, it was rough getting him because he was a rescue. And he was definitely abused the hell out of. You can just tell. And so it was rough in the beginning because he tried to assert dominance. There were some issues, and then behavioral issues because of the way he was treated, so on and so forth. So it was pretty rough in the beginning, and then he had to be trained or retrained. But now that we're through the rough patch, I wouldn't trade him for anything. Okay, let's place this tree. Okay, we're gonna allow ourselves to be placed here. There we go. Oh, I see what happened. Oh, well. I'll fix that later. Okay. I'm sure we got more trees to work on. Oh, we do. Okay. So up here, it looks like it's going to be another tree. Okay. Let me slide this out of the way. The devil's in the details and everywhere else. Oh, okay. We're not doing a full tree. We're just doing a little branch here, and I'll show you where it goes here. So we added we've added the tree right here, and then we've added this little piece of foliage, and now we're gonna. I mean, we got more pieces here, so I'm sure we're gonna build a few more. Oh, okay. This one goes. Right here. So I guess we're going to put another tree next to the entrance here. Thanks, Miss Chip. I appreciate that. I sincerely appreciate that. You know, it looks like we've got about 100 pieces left on the table. Kind of feels like the Family Feud. We asked 101 people. No, that's actually, it's usually 100, but we asked 100 people, surveyed 100 people. Top 5 answers are on the board. I grew up when Richard Dawson was the host, and I just remember him always womanizing and flirting with all the girls on there and stuff. I remember that. That was kind of different. I never tried any of his moves because I was afraid I'd get slapped. All right, let's see. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, well, let's put it on there. All right, I messed this up, so I'm gonna have to pull the pin out. Yep, that's definitely okay. Going the wrong direction. All right, well, now the pin's going the right direction. Okay, so this one goes right here. Ivory, you got to quit making an appearance like this. Okay, so we added this piece right here, and it looks like we got pieces for one more, maybe another one. I don't know. Let's see where this one goes. Okay, so right here, I'll turn it a little bit. We're going to put a tree right here next to the little opening for the water and stuff. So let's build this one. And I think this is the last one. Then after this, we are done with this building altogether. And this will be 4 out of the 5 sets done. The only one left is the Sequoia Forest one. I don't remember the name of it. So I'm not trying to disrespect it. I just don't remember the name. But it's got the sequoia trees and the visitor center. That will be next. I don't know when I'm going to start building that one. I imagine it'll be sometime in the coming week. But with this new job starting and all that, I just don't know. And it'll probably be kind of a last minute thing because, you know, I own the business, half the business, so I can't neglect that. I've got to stay on top of that. So I will try to get to it this week, start it this week. But please understand that if I can't, I can't. All right. And we got an apple to put on here, and we got a bird to put on the tree. I like little details like this. And little trees like this, they are hard to build. There's just so much to them, and the instructions are kind of odd to look at, but I like the end result. So I guess sometimes you got to go through things that are slightly difficult to have a good result. What are you doing now? Enzo's being really loud over there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it. It's distracting. All right. Name an animal. Talk to you later. My dad's calling. All right. We'll see you later, Mrs. Chip. And name an animal with 5 letters in it. In its name. Show me alligator. I admit I've never heard that one before. All right. Let's place this down. Slide over the extra pieces. And we are done. I'm going to back the camera out just a touch so you all can see it. Hopefully I can. I don't know. Oh, it's already all the way out. Shoot. Is it? No, it's not. All right. It just wasn't working, the button. All right. So we're done. We do have a working gate here. It does go up and down. It has a little place. Oh, why is it? Oh, there it goes. I got to do it this way. So yeah, this little iron wooden gate thing goes up. It does open in the back, so you can see the inside. The inside has a bed up here. I'm not sure what's down here. What is down here? Oh, little armory place. We've got some ale over here with a table. We've got target practice. We got quite a bit going on here. This is pretty cool. Love the tower. Love the fact that this comes out so you can get into the tower real easily. Anyway, it's a really good set. Some water, some fish being cooked, some wooden doors to break down and break through, mushrooms, plenty of foliage. Great set. What month does a woman start to show her pregnancy? Show me September. Well, guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And be good to each other. Stay safe out there. If you would, hit the like button. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.